first story when we're using a perfume. Yours.
Stealing my dad's David off and then losing it on a trip and then getting a good scolding coming back.
Oh God, what was the trip?
That was Goa.
You lost your dad's perfume in Goa.
Yeah.
Nice. What was my first story ever using a perfume? I think, yeah, you're right. I think for most guys, it's using their dad's perfume for the first time. Yeah, so I think I also remember, not, I would say stealing, but like going to his wardrobe and his dressing table and probably, using one of his clothes. I think I was very like not enthusiastic, it was the word for very curious about, men's like cologne. And I think he used to wear very strong cologne, but definitely I think, like going to his and just using one. But but I didn't have the balls to go and steal and then lose it. He would kill me.
Do you also use a deodorant? Or when do you prefer to use a deodorant over perfume?
So I don't use deodorants. I think I used to use deodorants in school. But I feel like as soon as I started using perfumes, I stopped using deodorants for some reason. I feel like I just preferred the smell of a perfume because I think it was more my style. And it's very personal to me. Deodorants, I never really felt like, it kind of did anything for me. And I think because of, I guess, the perfumes like long-lasting sort of, feature, I always preferred it. So I think I always preferred perfumes over deodorants. What about you?
I've always used deodorant as an active wear. So either when I'm going out for a sport or to play a sport or working out, that's when I've used deodorant. Otherwise, just
I think deodorant is a very like it's a product where I guess people use when they're working and they're playing a sport. Because I remember I think even when we were growing up, I feel people used to carry a deodorant. I remember carrying like the early days like an Axe deodorant from like when we used to go play basketball. And then I think post the game, I think people just apply it. But today that I don't know, that trend is still there. It can like people now, even I guess after the gym or something, after working out, they use colognes over.
The fragrance part as an active wear product, it's still getting common, but deodorant still has a larger space in that space. And that's sort of active.
Yeah, I think also like I feel the deodorants and perfumes have evolved.
Yeah, the fragrances have evolved. The longevity, absolutely, has evolved.
And I think the manners have evolved. I think in terms of what people prefer. Yeah, I think deos was very widespread, but I think like fragrances have beating the market share now.
Yeah. And actually deodorant, people have stopped using deodorant over on their clothes. Right. That was the biggest problem with the product. A lot of people, they still continue to use deodorants on their clothes, which is technically incorrect in that way of using the product.
When do you wear a perfume?
I think every time I'm going out, I don't remember a day when I've gone out for any sort of activity without wearing a perfume. It's like part of the get-up.
Right.
I'll surely feel it incomplete if I'm not wearing a perfume. At least now, definitely. Especially the Delhi weather.
Right. Agreed. So, I mean, even I think I wear a perfume every time I leave the house now. So there's no real preference, I feel. I think whatever I feel on the day off, I might have a very big collection of perfumes, so I guess I just pick out a bottle and then, wear it. But yeah, like definitely I think the day, and I mean, I don't have a day perfume and a night perfume, but definitely every time I leave the house, I think that's one thing that I do remember, using, like at least like I have to use it. It's like a must do before I leave.
How do you decide which one to wear?
So I think it's a pretty standard way for me to decide which perfume to wear, like in the day and night. I feel in the day, like I try to wear something lighter because like I feel not very strong. Because I think in the day people don't want to be sort of overwhelmed with the smell, right? In the set, especially when you go to work, right? And especially in a meeting, you don't want to have that overbearing smell, which kind of distracts people from what they're doing. But at night it's the opposite, because at night you do want to have very strong sense of smell. So if you're going out for dinner or like you're going out partying or clubbing, like I feel people want to be able to have that strong smell. And so yeah, like I think something light in the day, something strong at night, and then I think winter, summer, obviously like a little summer perfume, like which is again like sort of to more on the lighter side, and winter definitely more on the prop side. What about you?
So ideally what you said is the correct way of using a perfume, but for me, and I've started going with that approach, but for the longest time, my approach has been because I've been very consistent with the kind of fragrances I want with my body. Right. So I usually go with the aqua tones, whether it's daytime or whether it's nighttime. And I usually keep it consistent. So I have a few fragrances. There's Davidoff, there's CK, and other Perfume Lounge.
So what do you think of Designer Club Red Velvet by Perfume Lounge? So this is obviously, like a new fragrance that Perfume Lounge launched for men.
Yeah.
What do you think of the sense of smell that it has?
So Designer Club as a range, I've used two as of now. One is the Black Eye one, the second one is Ambition. I've liked both of them. I'm currently using Ambition. I think that suits my choice of fragrance a lot better. Today I tested Red Velvet as well. I think for the winter clothes, especially the kind of clothes I wear, so I think it suits well for my sort of previous preferences. It's long lasting definitely, and for the Delhi weather, you would want something that that's not very strong, but at the same time keeps it something that's long, that's going all day long. So I think it's a great product.
No, absolutely, and I think the good thing about Red Velvet is that it has really like I really like the bottle. I think it's smell. I think is like a very personal thing. So I think for a lot of people, everybody has the choice or sense of smell, right? But I think he's when I look at this and like he was a user, I would say that I like the smell, and I think it is definitely no lasting. He's for the category that it's in. But definitely, I think even the bottle is good.
Yeah,
Martini bottle, like, I think when it's live on your dressing table, I think it's going to give it definitely.
Yeah, I can surely gift it to somebody. It's definitely,
It's a great gift.
I think it's wanted to be on your sort of dressing table. Right. It's a good piece. It's like a good bottle.
It's good to be bought. It's like, if somebody does, come on your dressing table and I see this, I don't think they'll be disappointed.
It does. Agreed.